and I invite our friends in the Goa team, the clubs teams, that they develop a great job, because for sure the passion for clubs will grow. But this is why we bring clubs into the competition. This is the Intercontinental Cup in Dubai. This is a national event in Poland, just to give you an example how the nations are developing. And it's just a national event in Poland. But there is, in Ukraine, sorry. This one is in Ukraine. Another big factor of our sport is tourism. Because it happens on the beach, and we have television all over the world, one thing that we do is we are promoting a touristic destination. If we can do an event, which is our will, and we were talking to Dr. Rufino, we said we should do a tournament here in Goa with the Russian national team. And when they are there in Russia with snow everywhere and all these things everywhere, and they place the television channel and they see Goa and nice going things and cheerleaders and football and beaches, I'm sure everyone in Russia will be thinking like, shit, what I'm doing here. So I truly believe the sport plays a very good touristic tool. So why we have been successful? We are not better than anyone, unlike everyone. We try to do our best. But number one reason is we are football. The most successful sport in the world. If we are part of this sport, we get a little bit of this success. A little bit of this success is enough for us, and it's great. So being part of football is one of our best success stories. Playing on the beach, a place that everybody loves, everybody likes to be, it's fantastic. So it's an environment that people like. I have let me just explain to you. Sometimes there are football people who are a little bit pragmatic, no? Football is football, beach soccer is a different thing. And I agree. It's different things, but we are the same family. I met the best, best is difficult, but the most recognized journalist in Barcelona. I found him in Monaco, and during the UEFA week, and we had a tournament, and I said, Jose Maria, come to the tournament, beach soccer. He said, I don't know, there is a lot of things to do. He was with his wife. I leave you 2 VIPs here, if you can, you come. And they came. At the end of the day, when they left, his wife says, Joan, this is fantastic. I love it. It's better than football. I was like, oh, this guy's gonna kill me. But it's true. For this girl, for this woman, he got there, he got enthusiasm for 1 hour, music, playing around, and football players, and skills, and things all around. She felt like fantastic. So this is how our sport is. It's football, on the beach, it's fast and spectacular. We play music during the games. There is a lot of action. We are close to the crowd. We are not in a big stadium that you see. My wife is not a very good football, is very passionate, but she went to a game, and during the first half she was saying, oh, Thierry Henry is playing very well for some time. And then second half started, and the announcer says, this player, I don't remember the player, is replaced by Thierry Henry. If you go to FC Barcelona Stadium, 100,000 seats, depending in which seat you are, you almost do not see the face. That's the real truth. So we are small, tiny, still, very small stadiums, but we are very close to the action. Our crowds are just next to the action. And we are a new trend. We are trendy thing. Sports who are radical, beach, new, young, modern, something different. This is something that people like, television like, sponsors like, everybody likes. So we are happy to be in a good mood. And we promote tourism. I will not insist on this, but our agreements with Dubai for 5 years, our agreement with Qatar for 10 years, they fit in a strategy that is halfway football, halfway tourism promotion. Okay? Well, these are part of our players. It's a friendly game. We do not have injuries, very few, because we play on sand. There is never strong contact. There is never an injury, almost never. We have the lowest rate of injuries. On the right, top right, you see amateur tournaments that we do everywhere in the world. What we want, as I said, and I agree with Anastasios, we need people playing. We need people who plays and gets in love. When we have media in our tournaments, we invite them to play. Because it's easy from media to say, oh, but if they play, they don't say, they say, wow, it's difficult, huh? So the ball bounces around, and you need a technique. Dani Alves, FC Barcelona player, says his skills, they come from the beach. He is from Salvador de Bahia. And he says my speed and the way I move the ball on my brain, I think it comes from the beach. I might be wrong, but so maybe some training with kids, we can do it on the beach to have also some other skills. I'll give you an example. Milan, every year, before the season starts, Milan does 1 week in Malta, because they have an agreement with tourism of Malta, but at the same time, they use this to do 1 week of training, half of it on the beach. The main team of Milan, for 4 or 5 days, the first days, they only train on the beach. Okay? So it reinforces your knees, it reinforces your ankles, it reinforces your legs, it helps. We have women, we have kids, we have all type of championships. Just to give you an example, in 2 weeks we have an event in California that we have 10,000 players in 1 weekend. We set up 65 fields on the beach. The referees, they go on motorbikes from one field to the other, and the results, they come on internet. So the teams, they know what time they play and what are the results, everything on internet, because 10,000 players, which means mothers and fathers and brothers and girlfriends and everything, and it's a tournament that has boys and girls. It means tons of people on the beach, tons. So you need to manage it in a different way. You cannot say, come and I'll tell you what time you play. You need an internet infrastructure. So what is coming next? Why am I here? I'm here because Udit, Seth from Transstady invited me and said he wants me to come. But the main thing is I'm in Goa because I believe there is a chance that we identify Goa as the jewel of the crown of big soccer in India. That's what I believe. In Brazil, there are 11 million players in football 7. Nothing to do with football. The largest played sport in Brazil today is football 7, recognized by the government, which means that one way to develop, there was before a chat on 5-a-side, 7-a-side, I think we need to look carefully at football 7, because football 7 is the most linked sport to football, that's for sure. In Spain, all the kids, 12, 14, they play football 7, all clubs, Barcelona, Real Madrid, everyone. And it's the closest and quickest connection to football. So I truly believe football 7 plays a big role. I know some people in football think football 7 is again another modality. It's only 11, but that's not true. In many developed countries, also Argentina, the largest number of licenses is football 7. Okay, so my job here is not football 7, my job is beach soccer. So before I go, in life we need challenges. If we don't have challenges, we don't go anywhere. And my next challenge, as I mentioned, is to come here and make an event. To make the sport, to set up the sport, and to make events. What we need is to commit with an international event that showcases the skills. When we talk about pyramids, sometimes we start from the bottom, and I agree, grassroots. Sometimes also, and I remember Paul said when having a coffee, that when he saw players on television when he was a youngster, and he said, I want to do this, I want to be one of these. So sometimes, don't forget, the top thing is also promotion of the sport. Okay, so sometimes you see a player, Messi, I'm sure that there are millions of kids in the world that they want to be Messi. And that helps for them to play football instead of willing to be Roger Federer and playing tennis. So I think it's an added value. So we want to set up the sport in Goa, we want to do grassroots, and I think we can offer Goa this opportunity of being like the Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, or the Dubai in the Gulf, or the city that is the most football, modern, tourism, beach space. This is the cocktail that we can offer. And we are talking already with Doctor, and I'm just sharing with all of you that we are proposing to the authorities to bring 4 teams with touristic value, like Russians, for example, and to build and help the national team to become better and better. The job that was done in the Barefoot Festival was great. And what we can offer is we will support this 100%. We will be, from FIFA and from Beach Soccer Worldwide, we will be behind. We already commit with Goa. We are not talking to anyone else. We want this city, these beaches that I've been visiting yesterday and today. We want to be the reference in the sport in all India and maybe in all Asia. Okay? So we will be bringing television exposure all over the world to promote this project, that maybe next time when we do the second conference, we can already explain you that this has been a great success. Thank you very much.